Lions offense right now, looking at some of the metrics here, they're currently on pace to have the second most points in NFL history. That's as of right now, on pace to have that. They currently lead the league in points per game with 34.8. Now, if you think about that, 2 weeks ago, we played a team that currently had that at the time, which was the Baltimore Ravens. They were the highest scoring team in the league. But now, since then, things have fallen off a little bit over there since our game with them. Good old line, great ground attack. We talked about how to model the 1-2 punch that Demon Gibbs have, to try to model that. And then, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the weapons they have on the outside. And Andy Reid and Nick Bolton talked a little bit about the challenge ahead for this game on Sunday.
They've been very effective offensively, point-wise and execution-wise. So they haven't had the self-inflicted wounds, as much as some other teams. So you know that they're not going backwards, and so we've got to make sure we take care of business, stay aggressive, and on both sides of the ball and special teams for that matter.
Man, they're special. They got a great tight end, 2 good backs. Got wideouts, got some depth, and they got a young guy as well. That's kind of mixing, adding to the mix, and the quarterback's playing great. If I'm not mistaken, he might be best in the league in completion percentage. So obviously he's going to take everybody, all hands on deck, up front, and then in the back end, mixing up some looks pre-snap and just trying to force a couple turnovers when we can. But that's a great challenge for us. Perimeter plays, interior plays, kind of fits what they do well. They want to give things away. Their run and pass also kind of marries up together. So they do a good job, man, of keeping defenses unbalanced and not giving away things that you can kind of pick up on tape. They got 2 good backs. Both use them in outside run plays, inside run plays. It's kind of interchangeable as they go.
I mean, it's an action-packed offense. They have guys everywhere. And so, JD, I'm hearing a lot of this talk from people who are hyping up the Lions, saying if the Jacksonville Jaguars did what they did to the Chiefs' defense last week, what are the Lions going to do against us? And so my question to that is, from a matchup standpoint, what's one of the areas that the Lions offense, what's one of the areas that they kind of, as far as threat-wise, what would be the biggest challenge for our defense that the Lions offense poses?
Probably, play action. Play action for sure. The thing is, you got to be able to stop the running backs. As you do that, if you control that part of the game, then you know that the play action is coming. That's what it is. Jared Goff is a very talented quarterback. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jay, and they got Laporta. I mean, they got some guys all over the place. But I think we match up really well with them defensively. I think we do. I think what Jared Goff doesn't do well, he doesn't do a great job against pressure. That kills him. He absolutely cannot stand pressure. He is not a pressure type of quarterback. When I see teams absolutely dominate them, it's always pressure on Jared Goff. So I don't know if it's just processing speed. You cover everything kind of short. Amon-Ra St. Brown does a very good job getting open. A very strong receiver. You can't let the deep balls. We got the best speed in the league. They've seen it in training camp. Our guys can match up. So speed-wise, I don't think it's really a big deal. I don't think that's the problem for us that we have to worry about. It's all the other things that we have to deal with, right? So Jamar Gibbs, talented back, stop him early. Got to. Montgomery come in, he's a hammer, bring him in, stop him too. So those are the things that defensively you just got to be able to do. And I think Spags will have a great game plan against these guys. Every single team that we look at, right? Chargers, great offense. Eagles, great offense. Giants, yeah, right. Ravens, great offense. Jacksonville, but shoot, we're gonna be all right. You know who got the top offenses in the league? Rams. Let me see who we got up here. So I'm looking over here, NFL total offense stats. Cowboys, Rams, Bills, Colts, 49ers in Detroit is where they are. You know who's the 2 behind them? Falcons and Chiefs.
Wow.
We started to take over. We just started showing up. I'm
surprised the Falcons are on there.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I mean, hey, what's name been having a year? Drake London.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. So.
It's interesting that you say like if you look at all the quarterbacks you just named, right? So you Herbert, Hurts, Lamar, Trevor Lawrence, Russell Wilson has some wiggle in him. I know he got benched, but he still got wiggle in him. And usually we don't really have problems with scrambling quarterbacks. The only ones we usually face are Josh Allen, Lamar. We do a good job against them, especially when it matters the most. Goff is a statue. He's one of the last few statue quarterbacks in the league, and I feel like that plays in our advantage, and a lot of people are not talking about that component of it.
Yeah, that's a fact. So you don't have to worry about a spy. You can sit guys out in coverage and just come after him. He ain't gonna take off running. He gets to the sideline. Hey, that joker runs like molasses. And you can run him down. You can't. He's slow as molasses. So he's got a little, but he's not those guys we just named.
Yeah, I mean he makes Lawrence look like an Olympic sprinter. That's
yeah. It's almost like he had to gear up to take off running. Every time I see him run, he's like, put the ball down. And he got like a jab. I'm going to run. So he'll sit back there. We know that. And so that's a statue. That's why you bring pressure against a guy like this. And the brilliance of Spags, he'll bring pressure from everywhere. We know that. So ideas for how we will pressure Goff, he won't expect. Corner blitz. You can bring 3 or 4 from the side. You can bring middle dog cross. You can do a lot of different things. Here's the thing. They do have a very talented offensive line. We know that. We had to contend with that too. Okay. Very good tight ends as far as outlet wise. Running backs catch the ball good out the backfield. So those things you had to contend with. Everybody's got to know their assignment when they're doing it because he's going to look for the quick outlet. What do you do also too? You got to play tough on those wide receivers. Put pressure on them jokers immediately. So I think that's what it is. That's what it is.
Steve Cashman's A-gap blitz all night.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the box score, too, when we played them last time. So you guys forget, Week 1, 2023 season, that Thursday night game, first game of the season, they upset us at home, right after the banner ceremony. But 21-20. In that game, that was a Chris Jones game where he sat in the bleachers and watched because it was during the holdout. But they won 21-20. Goff, 253 yards, only sacked once that night. Again, different game plan because we did not have Chris Jones. But the running game, Demont was their main bell cow at the time. He had 21 for 74 and a touchdown, and Gibbs 7 for 42. I believe that was Gibbs' rookie season, so he was just getting kind of started in his first game. But I mean, like,
ain't that joke no more?
Oh yeah, that's man. How much of that? I know it was 2 years ago, and obviously Gibbs was a rookie at the time, and things have changed from both sides of the ball. How much of are they going to be even look at that game tape when they kind of go to film study this week?
I mean, just what guys do. Your staff is pretty much. I don't even know if they still have the same offensive coordinator.
Ben Johnson's with the Chicago Bears now, and Aaron Glenn is with the Jets now.
Yeah, well, I knew Aaron Glenn went up there, but so Ben Johnson was there. Oh yeah, so I mean, you'll have remnants of that. I'm sure it's not going to be Ben. Ain't going to be calling the game. But it seemed like they ain't skipped a beat. Why? Because they got talent. We know that. That's fine. But they're coming to Arrowhead again. So we just going to have to put the lines to bed, man.
Yeah. Okay. Steve Cashman, didn't they have a pick six? They did. What's his name? Branch had a pick six in that game. Brian Branch, who That's I believe was a DMP today. So Amon-Ra and him were at DMP in practice today. But, first day of practice, so I think they'll probably get there tomorrow, maybe. We shall see. Now we got Spags. How do you rank Spags' coaching from this past weekend?
Ooh. I don't think Spags did a bad job. I don't. When you play in certain schemes, you got to be sound in what you do. And expecting everybody to do their job the right way. That's what it boils down to. Okay. Did he put guys in the right position to make plays? Sure. I think it was. Sometimes they just, hey, Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas, they made some plays out there. Shoot, corners, one-on-one, made some plays. Trevor Lawrence put it on a couple of guys, some good throws. It's going to happen in the league. So everybody's like, oh, he should have spied Trevor Lawrence like he did Lamar Jackson. Why? He ain't Lamar Jackson. We didn't expect Trevor Lawrence to do what he did yesterday. Ain't nobody got out of bed thinking Trevor Lawrence is going to do that. Sunshine ain't what Sunshine does. And he's athletic. He'll run around and do, but you ain't expecting Trevor Lawrence to do that. That sucker was on a whole different thing yesterday. Shoot. I wish he did that last year for my fantasy. He didn't do it. So, I guess I'm like Bart Scott. I was a year too early.
I think a lot of people were when it came to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, ridiculous. But I think he had a great game plan. I think he did. Do the heat and all those things, are they a factor? Yes, they are. You asking guys to do things that he expects them to do. And I know you said Noah Williams should be in the game toward it, and I think you should. But what is this? I mean, is he got Tramari in because he feels Tramari is just a better tackler, which he would be? But we know at the end, this is going to be in coverage. He's throwing the football. So I gave Spags actually. I gave him a B minus. Is what I gave him. C plus B minus. I think guys just got to make plays, man. That's what it boils down to. He called a good game, and I think when we see Travis Hunter go catch the ball between two guys, Brian Thomas pushes off on Jalen Watson, which was a push off. That was a push off. Catches the football. And what do you do about that? Okay, guy makes the play. Trevor Lawrence, if Drew Tranquil supposed to play in the middle, that's your guy, Drew. That's where he's supposed to be. Spags can't do it. Hey, man, I put you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're right in the right position to make the play. Make it. It's called good defenses. Just make the play. So B minus for Spags.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. All right, we got defensive line, JD. You talked about Chris Jones in the opener of the show, but
I did. D-line, man, they had got some pressures on him. We got some sacks, a couple half sacks, times he fell down. I thought Miller, who played his best game I've seen this year. And I think he's coming back and returning the way that we need to. And was able to move him inside and out. But I think he did a good job, phenomenal job, big fella. A Menahu, job well done. Job well done. He was out there giving it his all. He was out there rushing from the inside and out. He was doing it all. That's the versatility that Menahu can do. He has it about him. Now, the other guys was trying to get out there, work out there. There's some big suckers on Jags, man, trying to get around them. And we need to create more of that pressure and pass rush, and we didn't really see a whole lot of that. We didn't see them winning one-on-ones. Sometimes running the football, I was watching our guys get drove off the ball 5 yards. I'm just like, how we get a holding call and we almost 4 or 5 yards down the field, double team. You supposed to, if you're gonna hold a guy, hold him at the line of scrimmage. Make a pile. Don't get driven off 4 yards and then hold him. What good is that? They aren't in the lap of the linebackers. Linebackers can't flow to make the play. Hold them suckers right there on the line of scrimmage. I'm just not understanding. I'm not getting it. From some, I can't. So Chris is not the problem. There was times he wasn't coming off the ball like he should have. Could have definitely been better. Times they made sure, I guarantee going into the game, it was make sure you have two hands on Chris, or if not four, and then come off and come get a guy. That's what they were doing. They was making sure they stopped Chris's charge before anybody else. That's how long they could wait from the other defensive lineman to come out. That's crazy. I just, and I love the hustle guys. Gelati, hustle guy. I know he's gonna give it. He's gonna come off, and that's what I love, because I see him make some plays on guys and his legs from getting more yards. That's what he's doing from his defensive side. He's got to come on the inside and make a play. And he's going to be relentless. George does that sometimes, But it's man, we got to bench press some jokers into the backfield, man. I'm not seeing that. I'm talking immediately off the jump. As soon as that ball snap, you got to hit a sucker in his throat. Where he's thinking over on the sideline, I go see the doctor.
We had a guy who did that, but he's in Cincinnati now.
Well, can we get him back? No, like
maybe they demote him to their practice squad. We can get him.
Yeah.
But I will say this to your point about the hold that hold we had from Noddy. I know we take PFF grades as a grain of salt, but just to put that out there, PFF grades has graded 119 eligible defensive tackles this year.
Uh-huh.
Derek Noddy ranks 119th out of 119 on a PFF grade. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
And maybe he's doing what they're asking him to do. I don't know, but my thing is, I love it. Dan Samuel is now walking through the door. He's not. When you hold a dude, create a pal, like you should. It's violence. You have 100% violence. You have a card that says, I can be violent. Here you go. Here's your violent card. Okay? If I go in, here's your card. Here. Be violent. You got a violent card. You got a free Be Violent card. That's what you get. Every single play on defensive line. Violence. That's what it should be. Fist fight. Should be beating up people on the inside there, man. Especially if you one-on-one. And I mean, shoot. Taylor was trying. He's doing his, but I'm just, man, I don't see enough gut punches. We need gut punch from suckers. You know what I mean? Like an old school cartoon gut punch. Like, just catch it. I mean, where are we at? Where are we at, man? Sometimes. So did I give a grade on them yet?
Not yet.
I gave him a C. I actually gave him a C plus. That's what I wrote down. I gave him a C plus.
C plus.
And I know Chris at the end, this could probably be a C plus. I mean, man.
Yeah. Tough one for sure. And it always stings too, because like when you have a game on prime time, and we know our deficiencies, we can't get pressure or much pressure without having blitzes. But then when prime time comes and you have all these, these experts and these analytics people like seeing it, like, oh wow, like the Chiefs defense really can't dial up pressure without, sending guys. It's tough to see.
Well, I mean, we are who we are, I guess, right? Same thing on the side of football. We're gonna throw the ball. We are who we are. So we're gonna ride with it. I don't mind that. I love pressure. I love bringing pressure. Bring it. Spags, bring it. Dial it up. I'm down with that all the time. So,
yeah, I'm with you. Russ's Android, would you sell your violence card to me? I can think of a
absolutely.
few
Here's
places
yours.
to use that.
There you go. Give it to you. Yeah, now you get out, you get in trouble in the real world. I don't want you to be in that ballot now.
You can use that at the gym on your punching bag. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.